set up for some of our later math course, what we're actually going to do is combine some of those properties of logarithms together. We'll see something along the lines of log base 2 of, and then it's going to be an entire term, quotient, product, everything else involved with it. And what we do is we can split this up as all of their own individual logarithms. Now, I know one of the things seems tempting first here. We see a 3 is an exponent. We want to put it in front, but remember that 3 only applies to the x. So we've got to find a way to split up the numerator and the denominator first. We've got to look at the quotient property first. What we've got to look at is log base 2 of x cubed. Since it's quotient, subtract log base 2 of the denominator, yz. Now that 3 only applies to the x, now I'm allowed to swing it in front. 3 times log base 2 of x, right? It just becomes a coefficient. Now, what's going to be interesting on this other case is that, remember, that being a product is going to be a sum, log base 2 of y plus log base 2 of z, that I'm going to be subtracting. So it's going to be essential, keep this in parentheses because that applies that one single logarithm. But what I would do is when I have a parentheses, I'm going to have to distribute that negative, almost like that negative 1 in front, almost like it's that subtraction where I'm changing all those signs. What I'm going to have as an answer, 3 log base 2 of x minus log base 2 of y minus log base 2 of z. Now, where this is going to make good sense as a final answer, notice again my exponents are my coefficients, but even more importantly, the signs. Remember that a logarithm is an exponent. Well, think about when we had negative exponents. Negative exponents gave us a reciprocal. They put things in the bottom of a fraction, right? They changed its position in the fraction. That should make full sense that anything that's in the bottom should be negative, and anything that's negative should be in the bottom. It reacts just like our exponents do. So when we simplify those, that's a good way to look at the signs as in the bottom is negative, and negative is in the bottom. Anything that's in the top, that's going to be our positive.